We're gonna make today braised short ribs with smoked olives.
Ooh, smoke the olives,
Olives.
Jeezy. Are we smoking the olives or did they come smoked?
I was in the store very recently and I saw a bottle of smoked Kalamata olives.
I love that.
And I said to myself, I'm gonna make a beef stew with the smoked olives.
I love it.
Go with it. I've never seen smoked olives in the store. So you can buy these in the store. These happen to be with pits, which I encourage, but you have to make sure you tell your guests so they don't chop.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes,
It comes with a
All
disclaimer.
right. So,
Yeah, what do I do?
before I start, I want you to have those on the equator.
Okay, the garlic.
And then chunk those leeks. I love leeks. They're underused. To me, it's everything. When I make chicken stock or chicken soup, I never use onions. I use leeks because there's very little sulfur and it keeps the chicken stock white. It doesn't turn
clear.
brown. So
That's
onions
true.
turn it brown. So I have parsnip, carrots, onions, garlic, and leeks. As long as you have something like this, it's fine. Then I have some coriander, black pepper, smoked olives, chicken stock, bay leaf, tamari, and anchovies.
Yes.
What I've done here is these are short ribs. These are real ribs. You want to describe where these come from, Jeff? Let's see your beef knowledge.
It's like right by the rib under here,
So-
right where the legs start moving along, you know.
You can have your butcher cut them for you, or you can find them already pre-cut, but don't get the thin ones. Get the
No.
thickest ones. What we've done is like a lot of salt. A lot of
It's
salt.
impossible to oversalt.
Impossible. And I've got these really crispy. Can you see this? How beautiful that is?
Flip that over. Let me see. Show everybody.
See that?
I
Look at
can't
this.
see.
See that?
Look at that.
So you want to get that mayo effect started. And then this fat, I put basically almost no fat in here. This is all beef fat, which I think is one of the best.
I mean, you
fats
can
there is.
smell it. It
Right?
smells like a, stew in a charred burger at the same
Okay.
time.
Oh, yeah.
It's unbelievable.
So what we're going to do now is
I'm just
what?
doing the white parts, or you want the green too?
Everything.
Yeah?
Not even
All right.
that fancy.
What are we doing next? You're
Just
asking?
do like 2 of them, not all of them.
All right.
What are we doing next?
We are going to add all of our mirepoix, or what your take
Kind of.
is.
So what I've done is I've taken rosemary and thyme and I've put a string on it. And what I do is I just put it here and then tie it to the pot.
Ooh, like a.
I like
do
to
the
fry it a
tea
little right
bags.
before in that fat. You get the flavor out of it.
Ooh.
And why the string, Jeff?
So you can pull it out when you're done. You're not fishing around for, stems and leaves and all this particulate matter.
Exactamento.
I'm doing
Particulate
great.
matter.
I know.
I'm hitting every answer correctly.
Okay.
Have
Haven't
you
even
seen
asked
those cute
me.
little silicone balls? The silicone balls you put it in and it's got the holes in it. You can
Yes,
put
I have
herbs
seen
in
that,
there.
yeah.
Really?
I use those.
That's
They're really
cute.
cute.
I'm gonna put, based upon the ribs, I have 6 here. I'm gonna put the amount that I think is, this is probably for a little bigger batch. I'm not gonna put them all. Carrots, parsnip.
Make sure you get those leeks clean before you put them in.
Oh
your
yeah,
food.
they're dirty.
Yeah,
Good
soak 'em
point.
forever.
Soak them. The garlic. There you go.
Already got your parsnips in there?
Here you go.
Yep.
Thank you. Peppercorn.
Whole peppercorns.
Whole peppercorn.
Yes. It's
Whole
like
coriander.
I love to get a whole peppercorn after a braise. It just pops in your. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Some salt. I always tell people to salt not right away because you get wet. In this condition, you want to salt it before because you want the juices to come out of all these vegetables. We're gonna get a really nice sear on these. Do not rush this process.
No.
Trust me, don't rush this
I
process.
like to think of it as, you know how you spend the time to get that Maillard effect, the caramelization on the beef, because that's
Yes.
all flavor and color and
Yes.
texture. You do the same with the vegetables,
Have a
too.
piece
That'll
of,
just
scissors if you
make
have 'em.
you have a deeper braising liquid.
Yes.
That's flavor, bro.
So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this off. And,
Yeah.
obviously you want to keep the string away from the flame. But see how nicely this is right now? And it's in the fat. And if you can smell this.
The rosemary and the thyme, it's pungent. It
But
smells so
we
good.
fried the rosemary and thyme in the fat. It's really important. It really gets the flavor out, the oils, okay? Look at that. Oh, boy. Okay, now, what next?
Yeah,
Anchovy.
I'll take it.
Get it in there, even if it's some oil. You want to get this smashed, pasty kind of thing. And notice there's no tomato product in this.
Yeah.
No tomato paste.
No.
Why is that?
Because I don't want a heavy tomato presence in this. I want the wine and the stock. I want the beef to really get flavor. So I'm going to put the olives in next.
Well, I'll be using those. Save me some anchovies for later,
Yeah,
too.
try one of those.
I mean,
And if you can't find those smoked olives, just regular olives.
Yes.
Right?
It's
Maybe a
interesting,
dot
right?
of liquid smoke just to cheat it.
When I had it, I was, bingo, I'm going to use that in a stew.
I
It
love
just makes so
buying
much
stuff
sense.
like that. When you go into a store and you're like, ooh, this is...
I had no- I
they
know-
play with it.
So good. Okay, this is on right now, and then I'm going to add some wine. Very important to keep some for the chef.
Yep.
And then
sure you like
a
it.
good glug, the whole bottle.
Plug
practically.
it. glug.
Oh, look at that. What kind of wine are you using there, champ?
This is a Beaujolais,
Nice.
but you can use anything that you will drink.
Yeah, nice light wine.
Don't
light
use cooking
red.
wine. I say it every time. I know everybody's bored of hearing that, but don't use
It's
cooking
real.
wine.
Just taste it
Just-
first. Yeah, make sure you
If you're gonna drink it, if you would drink it
Yeah.
at a party, and then we're just gonna let that simmer, reduce a bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're gonna add the stock. But before we do that, let's put the beef on top. This is where it's really important. You wanna nestle it in here. Oh, and you wanna give enough room. Don't crowd your beef. Look at that. Oh.
I think one of the, tell me if I'm wrong, chef, one of the biggest rules of braising is you don't cover everything with the liquid. You just literally go halfway
We're gonna
up.
show you exactly what happens.
I mean, there's nothing better than that exposed meat that kind of gets dark and brown and crusty.
Now, if
but
you sear
still
properly,
soft.
if you sear properly, there shouldn't be anything left here.
Yeah,
Right?
agreed.
And if there is, you just put it back in there. Let's crank that. And then we're gonna add our tamari.
Which is like soy sauce. Can you
Yes.
use soy if you can't
Yes.
find tamari?
And our beef stock, just enough, okay? We're gonna cover this bad boy. We're gonna put it in the oven, 325 degrees. This needs 3 hours.
At least.
A 3-hour tour, like
Gilligan's Island.
Gilligan's Island. So you
Free
can
for
turn
free.
these, but I just leave them alone, give them in the oven, go like this, give it a little shake, let it alone.
You covering?
I cover it.
Nice.
Yes. And when we come back, we're gonna see how they turn out. We are back and we're giving you a master class in mastering the classics. How do you say that? All right. So my short ribs are braised. They're done. And look at this. I took them out. Do you see this right here? And a trick that I like to do is when this comes out, I've tasted it. It's really well seasoned. I want to put a little fresh wine
This guy.
on top.
Just kiss the top with it.
I'm telling you, it gives another body of acid and then a touch of vinegar.
Red
Just
wine vinegar.
Sherry wine vinegar. And what I've done is I've taken the herbs out already. Are you ready to look at
Yes.
this come out?
I'm ready.
There's a couple of strands of herbs that get in there. So what
It
we're gonna
happens.
do is now this is the way I would serve it at the restaurant. In the restaurant, there'd be tourné carrots, all the vegetables would be perfect.
Ooh,
but
you
this is-
tourné
this
carrots?
is
That's a
home.
lot of
So
work.
This is home. We're not gonna worry about it. It's one pot.
At home, it's take it or leave it.
Take it. Love that.
I bet you.
Oh, look at that meat
on
falling
now.
apart.
Oh, it.
See, I would rather have a piece of braised meat like that than the most expensive steak you could buy.
Okay,
with ya.
sure.
I just think there's
Because the
so much
flavor is in
flavor.
there.
We
Yeah.
have the leeks.
And it's so tender.
the parsnips, the carrots, a little bed of vegetables on the bottom. And this is
In my world, I feel
Yeah.
like it's not authentico or authentic until you see the actual pieces of herbs and stuff, the whole herb stems, like, you know?
I
makes
love
you
it.
feel
So
homemade.
we-
You take
Yeah.
one, you use
we're
it
gonna let
to-
that simmer on low. And look at that. It's a
Yeah, give me that little guy right there. Oh, yeah, give me some.
Wow,
of
does
that.
that look good? Look at it
Man,
steaming.
Look at that. Look at that puddle of potatoes. Puddle of taters.
Oh, little parsley.
Looks
Or also
pretty.
little chives.
Wow. Talk about mastering a classic. That is gorgeous.
I'm sorry. I gotta eat.
Go right for them taters.
Eat them with a spoon.
Perimeter potatoes first, so they're
Yeah,
not.
perimeter potatoes.
What happened? You see
Just
that?
fell
Watch
apart,
this. Watch this.
Jeff.
Watch this. Achoo! Boom. Gone.
Don't need a knife for that.
Look at that. Look at
Good
that
Lord, that
interior.
looks good.
Probably spend the time
Wow.
to braise correctly.
Yeah.
If you master the classics, you master your taste buds.